Morning everybody, Jason, Spur, and PJ, Hollis Outdoors. As y'all can see, I'm right by the barn. And I noticed as soon as I pulled up, I believe a deer come through last night. It's too hard right here to see tracks. And about tore my target up. That's the only thing that could have happened. I can see deer tracks. It looks like one skinned up right there. Never thought about that happening. Golly. I mean, about twisted the legs up. Unless somebody come in here and hit it. I don't see no kind of tracks, or I'm gonna say a buck got it. Alright y'all, I believe that's the first time I've ever had that happen. Something, I'd like to see the buck. I need to put my camera on that, see if they'll do it again. About tore my target up. But anyway, I've skipped this morning hunting for some reason. I don't know, it's cold. I'm not gonna say I'm completely burned out, but I'm I'm a little tired. But anyway, I got a project on my mind that I wanted to do or work on today. I got the tool drawer in the Tacoma. As y'all can see, I'm loaded. And this is the box that Spur rides in. And it is the perfect size. Back when I hog hunted, if I had those boxes on the back of the Ranger, I'd stick two in there and they'd be pretty tight, but they wasn't gonna stay in there long because we was running them. And PJ rides up front. So a lot of times I want to bring Rose or another big dog or even Bobo or whatever. Bobo's a little bit bigger than PJ. So I can't put a big dog box, a double across, because my tool drawer, my cooler and junk in there. So I brought some wood. Y'all know me, I like to build stuff if I'm not a builder for sure, but I like to use stuff I already got. And then if I need something extra, I'll go get it. So what I'm thinking, I love this size of this dog box. I got to measure it exactly. And I think what I'm going to do is take me some wood and build me a long one. So it'll be basically that size. And I got plenty of room because I got a big tote behind that dog box that's got junk in it that I can't never get to anyway. So I think what I'm going to try to do is at least get one maybe framed up today that will be double that box but long. So we're gonna have a super long dog box instead of a super wide one. So I think I'm gonna pull over here in the concrete. I hauled some stuff down here because I know I like to spend some more time down here usually, and I have a little time to piddle with it. I forgot my sawhorses, so we'll manage though, because we ain't gonna have to do a lot of cutting. I think I'm gonna pull over here in the front on the concrete and probably use the Ranger as my sawhorse or something, but at least get started and kind of get in my mind what I want to do. Spur got PJ bait. All right, so I think I had these two pieces right here in that Nissan Frontier we had. I think I just measured them. They're 57 inches long. I measured my big dog box yesterday that I used to use for hog hunting. Boy, I can't even hardly walk this morning. My back hurts bad. But anyway, it was 48 inches deep and pretty tall. We're not gonna make this one that tall, but 48 inches. I used to pack 3 dogs on each side, and it's pretty tight. But so this is 57. That'll give them plenty. I may cut it down a little bit. I don't know. 48. That single dog box there was a little bit longer. Maybe I think it was about 32. So I made this is 57, 58. I think I may make it. I can't do nothing else much with that side of the truck anyway. By the time we put the box in there, I can put some stuff that I may not hardly ever use behind it, and that'll work. So I think I'm gonna unscrew this stuff off of it. That's one thing I do like about screws. I'll reuse this stuff. I don't hardly throw nothing away. I'll reuse these screws too. Spur. Don't need no help right now. Spur. get these taken apart, and then we'll get us an idea and frame it up. Alright, so here's what I have done so far. I ain't even had to fire the skill saw up. It's still wrapped up, cord's still wrapped up. These right here were going to be too short the way I normally do stuff, just screw it to the side. But they're going to be perfect, I believe. I just took them, put them on top. I think I am about 57 inches deep. Got I don't know, a foot or so on the back side where I can drop some junk if I need it. I probably put something back there just enough where this thing don't slide. Cause I ain't gonna put a floor in it. I bought a bed the other day from Tractor Supply and put in this one. Go get another one, and I have one in the front and one in the back, and just I want to leave it to where I can take it. Uh-oh, my camera's falling. Take it in and out. But anyway, it ended up being right at the perfect height. I like the height of that one because I can slide stuff on top of it. So pretty close there. I got to figure out how I want to tie it together across the top, and then I'll tie it together in the front and the back. Put a piece across there. I just don't want to run out of wood, and I like using what I got if I can. I even reused all the screws. So I got to get my mind right. I'm sure not a carpenter, but I think I'm liking it so much. And I ain't decided on what I'm going to do on the door yet. I'm still thinking on that. I'd like to finish this project today if I can. Tell y'all one thing I do like about these projects with a puppy around here like Spur is the noise. Because I think he's going to maybe just a little bit gun shy. Whew, don't jump up here, Spur. Finally had to break the saw out. And I'm high too. Oh man, I need my horses. Alright, so here's what I decided to go ahead and do to make sure I don't mess up. The fender well's kind of tapered, so on my sides, I'm thinking I got some scrap thin plywood. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my sides, and then I can stand them up and make sure I'm exactly. Because if I built this thing and it wouldn't go between the fender well, we'd have to redo a bunch. It ain't gonna be the prettiest thing, but I really don't care. As long as it'll keep my dogs in there till we get to where we're going. Oh boy, I think it's going to work out pretty good. These screws seem like they need to be like they need to be a little longer. These are 1.25 inches. I got some 1.5 inches. That felt pretty good there though. Alright, let me get these sides screwed on and we'll stand them up and cipher on what else we need to do. Alright, so I got the two sides tied together. Just kind of studying on it as I go so I don't have to redo anything. I'm going to tie it together across the top there, and then I got to decide what I want to do on the sides. We're getting close. Alright y'all, so I decided to take the door and the hinge and latch and all off this other box we had in here, and I messed around and done made all my cross pieces, and I ended up being about 1/2 inch too tight for the door to fit in there right. Kind of winging it as I go, so I gotta cut me some more pieces, my cross pieces. Dadgum, it's always something. Spur wanting to help. Alright y'all, so I about had a mental breakdown on this door. It ain't perfect. It sure ain't perfect, and I ain't no carpenter and I ain't no builder, but it opens and closes, and it's gonna hold some dogs. Boy, it does look a little rough. We gotta put some sides and stuff on it and get this covered up real quick. All right, y'all, I got one side covered, part of the other side, and now I got a piece for the back. Glad I screwed it together so I could take it apart when I messed up. I don't know, I had a mental lapse a while ago. It ain't gonna be perfect, but I believe we'll be all right. Oh, boy. Oh, I love these screws. What do they call these screws? Decking screws. Man, they hold good too. I think I got 4-inch or 3, whatever they are. 4-inch, I believe, and then I got some inch and a half, and some 1.25 inches. Well, they hold good too. Now we're trying to cover up all my mistakes. I believe it's gonna be all right. All right, got the top covered. I'm running out of wood, so I'm having to kind of piece these sides and top together. I got one more side to put on, and we're about to be done. With my good carpenter work, I got plenty of air holes for them. All right, got the other side on it. Boy, you can see how crooked I got that door. Ended up with some good ventilation. Y'all wouldn't ever want me to build y'all a house, but I was just thinking, I had 2 uncles on my mama's side growing up. They're dead and gone now, but they was some of the best carpenters around. But anyway, I was just thinking, one of them I know for sure, every time he got a new truck, he never bought a toolbox. And y'all probably remember some of them old carpenters. They always built them a toolbox in the bed of their truck out of plywood or something, and that old lid would slope down so the water didn't stand on it. I was just thinking about that. I did a lot of roofing for them, but I never did do much carpenter work, as y'all can tell. But I can get her done for what I'm doing. Save, I ain't really hardly got any money in the drawer system, which has been doing great. And now the extra long dog box. It'll work. It ain't pretty. Ain't nobody gonna see it. We got the Kemper top on there. But all I gotta do now is get an extra bed. I'm wanting to haul Rose down here, and she'll ride in the front, but my front's usually so full, and Cody's with me. So I get me an extra bed and have 2 beds in there. And like I said, the truck bed's gonna be the bottom of it. But anyway. All right, y'all, so here she is. She ain't perfect, but the door does work good. Got 1 bed in there. This may be just a little narrower than that other box, but it should be just enough room. It's taller than it looks when they get inside here. Get me 1 more bed. We can put Spur and Rose in there, and they'll be cozy. All right, so all I got to do now is get everything packed back up in there. For those of y'all that watched our other channel before I started doing this channel more, and they kind of shut our other one down, followed along on all my back surgeries, this project today is taking way longer than it should have. I ain't hardly been able to walk today. I mean, I have sat down, I don't know telling how many times during this little project. It is awful today, and I usually don't talk about it a bunch, but I know some people watch and care and think about it. But anyway, I'm not sure what I'm gonna have to do, but if it stays like this, I don't know if something else has done happened or what, but it is bad today. I can't hardly walk. But anyway, we got the dog box built. It just took us a while. That's all that matters. We'll catch y'all on the next one.